What is up, guys? Pie Muffin here, and we are back with some more Trails into Reverie. Last time, we spent some time in the Reverie corridor. Funny, you know, obviously the game being nameless. And we pretty much got everything we could do for right now. We cleared the first floor. We unlocked some daydreams, which are, like, mini episodes that basically content that it's similar to Sky the Third, where content they couldn't fit in the first two games, they pretty much used this game to kind of resolve it. Or just to build up more on, you know, certain things that have happened throughout the series that obviously just don't cohesively fit in the, you know, game that we're playing. So we have two to watch over here, and then there's a mini game one we'll check out over there. So let's get started. I don't remember how long each one is, but we only have two for right now. We have Buried Trails, Beaten Trails, Blaze Trails, which has to do with Risha, Nadia, and Swin, based on the picture. And then we have one for the SSS, A Day in the Lives of the SSS. Now, I have seen some of these. I did not, and I don't mean like these two specifically, I just mean in the whole of the ones we'll get. I've watched a handful of them when I first played the game, but I really was only paying attention to the ones that felt really important. Some of these are not going to have, like, super story, like, I don't want to say relevance, but, like, super important to the progression of the story. Some of these are just, like Day in the Lives of the SSS. Like, obviously, I don't think there's anything in here that's going to be like, oh, well, this is going to set up something that's going to happen in 3 games. No, I think it's literally what it says it is, Day in the Lives of the SSS. But we will watch all of them for the sake of this playthrough. So let's get started with these two. We'll start with the first one. Buried Trails, Beaten Trails, Blaze Trails. That's still such a weird name, but sure. So let's do it. Like I said, I don't remember how long each one is. Some of them might only be like 10 minutes. Some might be longer. I think some of them are longer, but I think some are also shorter. Alright, Crossbell City. So we got Swin and Nadia going to Crossbell. Oh, it's voiced. I think some of them are somewhat voiced. We can finally catch our breath. I thought we were done for when our pursuers caught up with us at the Calvardian border. It's unlikely they'll follow us all the way to Crossbell. I can't stand the thorns. They don't know when to give up. Do you hate them any more or less than you hate any of the swords? So I guess thorns are a different part of... Like, obviously, Swin was the 3 of swords, and Nadia was the 9 of swords, so I guess thorns is just a different part of the organization they were in. I hate everyone except you. Figures. Anyway, let's head into the city. Time for some old-fashioned sightseeing. We both know that's not why we're here. I wish they would put a date. That reminds me of the Sky games, having it on the screen like that. It would be nice if they would say when this takes place. Well, obviously, it's before the reoccupation. There's no way it's during the reoccupation, because obviously no one would be here just walking around. So, duh. If it isn't the Star Princess, you look well this morning. Oh, hi, Grace. What brings you here? There's no performance today, so you can't actually be here right now. Au contraire, my friend. I'm only here because there's no performance. What? I didn't realize you'd already come in, Grace. Hi there, sir. Thanks again for this, really. I get it now. You're here to interview Ilya or Risha, yeah? Nope, not quite. The Crossbell Times is putting together a huge feature on the Arcan Seal as a whole. It'll be called The Miraculous Return of Arcan Seal, a true resistance built on blood, sweat, and tears. So this has to be, like, somewhat shortly before. So, timeline-wise, somewhat shortly before the re-independence. Because obviously Ilya's back in the city. Oh, yeah, so, okay. My brain wasn't working for a second. So this has to be within the month period after they reoccupied Crossbell, you know, from the EDF. Well, they weren't the EDF back then, but yeah. the idea for whatever they were called before. So basically when we reoccupied Crossbell at the beginning of this game, so in that month time before Rufus came back, that's when this has to take place. Nice, right? Which would explain why Sully and, not Sully. I said Sully because she's obviously right here. That's why Naughty and Swin are just kind of like right here. This is probably either right before or during when they received the request from, Jorg Rosenberg. And you call yourself an editor with that title? I was joking. Well, at least the title, not about the feature. The rest of the troop should be getting together soon. Best of luck with today's interviews. Much obliged. I plan on promoting your performance like crazy, and that starts here. First, the troop's newest rising star. I hope you're ready for a barrage of cues, Sully. What? No, I'm not good at answering stuff. But I'm sure good at asking. You're gonna have to do more interviews as time goes on, so why not get used to it with someone like me? I mean, I get that I will, but still. Come on, let's start with you showing me how you practice your moves. I'm gonna squeeze some real good photos out of you. Hey, stop pushing me. Aw, jeez. Poor Sully. Okay, we've restocked everything we need. Sure is easy doing all our shopping in the big city. All that's left is to buy the latest issue of the Crossbell Times. Oh. They got 3 and 9 here, too. The book about them? Yeah, I was thinking, like, who published it? Huh, guess they do. And look at that, it's an updated edition and everything. Well, just how well does it sell anyway? Well, the leading lady's a real cutie patootie, so I bet it sells boatloads. You've got a lot of nerve. And the hero is so handsome and cool. I'm begging you to stop. But it's a good book. It's a young assassin and his beautiful partner betraying an evil organization and fleeing for their lives. I don't have a clue how a story like that would appeal to anyone. The poor pair are unable to escape their past as the Overseer doggedly pursues them. You're still going? And after overcoming many a trial and tribulation, they defeat their true enemy and gain freedom. Thanks for the synopsis, I guess. And they fell in love, grow up, have cute little babies, and live happily ever after. Now you're just making things up. Well, yeah, you guys haven't gotten there yet. The whole thing's messed up, though, right? There must be some real bored people in the organization's ranks to publish a whole book about us. Oh, so I guess that is who it would have been. Well, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be a covert wanted poster so their agents know what we look like. Covert my butt, now it's a bestseller. If it weren't for this book, we wouldn't constantly have people on our tail. I don't even care about that. Like, I do, but not the way you do. Here's my big, super, mega, major... What, that you don't make money off of it? Yep, her royalties because they're the characters in the story. More or less what I was expecting out of her. It's not like they can just come out and be like, hey, this book is about us. Okay, we're good to go. Now we can go out and have ourselves some fun. Or leave like we planned. I told you, we're not on a vacation. We're on a job. Job schmob. If you don't take a load off at some point, you're going to work yourself to death. You take enough loads off for the both of us. Come on, when's the next time we're going to be in Crossbell, huh? Live a little. What's the worst that can happen if we chill for half a day? Nah. Fine, Calvert really was just one problem after another. We can stand to get some R&R while we can. Yippee! So what'd you have in mind? Michelin Wonderland's pretty famous. I'd be lying if I said I didn't want to go, but it's not my top spot on the list. I'd rather go see Ark and Seal. Oh yeah, they've been, well, unfortunately they're not performing today. They've been hitting it big across the whole continent, huh? But my guidebook doesn't say anything about them having a show today. Bet they're doing some rehearsals, though. Don't tell me. It's time to get our sneak on. This seems like a bad idea. So now we're gonna have two assassins. Two groups of assassins.
Yeah. Huh? こんなものかな。いや、まだまだ。イリアさんやリーシャ姉に追いつくためにも。
What a show! You shine like the star princess you are, even during rehearsal. Cut it out. No cutting nothing, it's interview time. Do we really have to? You bet we have to. This here is going to be a special feature. Don't think too hard about it, okay? Just say whatever comes to mind, count on me to make it sound good. Okay then, man. And if you say something kind of iffy, no worries. I can just bleep it out of existence. So go, speak your truth. That only makes me even more nervous. Did they actually? Okay. Infiltration complete. I know it's a little late for this, but did we have to take your whim this far? Ah, don't be such a downer. It'd be a waste not to use our skills to nab ourselves the best seats in the house. I highly doubt that is in the Assassin's Training Handbook. Look, someone's on stage. Oh, Ilya. Ilya. There you are. If I remember right, she's the fervent dancer, Ilya Platier. Can't believe we get to feast our eyes on a big-time celeb in person. Looking good, Sully. You are watching? You may have 2 years removed. You may have been 2 years removed from the near-fatal injuries, but the fervent dancer has risen again. It's a miracle among miracles. They may as well start calling you the Phoenix Dancer now. Wait, that might be a good title for an article. I like it. Maybe you can use it for my next show, because I fully intend to give one hell of a performance. And like the Phoenix, I shall rise from the ashes in a blaze of glory. I expect you to keep up so you can be right there with me, Sully. For sure. Oh boy, Arkanseal's future is looking very bright indeed. You better believe it. It's our job not just to live up to the audience's expectations, but to exceed them. Now then, since you're here, it would be a waste not to put on a little show. You up for it? Am I? My fingers are already itching to snap photos until they're raw. Haha. Thought she was gonna get Risha and Sully on stage to really do one. Ooh, that's it. That's the good stuff. This is how hard she goes for a rehearsal? She's as much of a superstar as Erebonia's Azure Diva. Sucks how neither one's been active for the past couple years. Now all eyes are on that mega movie star. Now that lady's really hitting it big. That's another Calvard reference, just like the A-rank bracer from before. In Calvard, they're more into... Instead of, like, plays and theater, they're more into, like, movies. So, we'll keep that in mind for later. Would probably be bigger if films started playing outside of Calvard. Yep, but, like I said, films. Which is kind of crazy to think about. Yeah, and, oh, did you see that? I really love how intense this rehearsal is. Come on out, Risha. Did she have to jump to get over there? She's here too? What a treat! My shutter just can't stop snapping. Okay, but is she gonna notice them? She doesn't seem worried, so I'm assuming she hasn't yet. So that's Arkan Seal's other poster girl, the Moon Princess Risha Mao. Huh. Guess that rumor was true. She has an excessive amount of physical control for someone who's just a dancer. She's the legendary Yang Xiao Yin. Never thought we'd be running into someone like her here. If Ilya Platir's charm is built on how she reads and feeds the audience with painstakingly practiced technique, then Risha Mao's is built on how incredible her flow is as a complete natural. Every minute movement in her body is polished to the nth degree. You'd have to be born with a skill like hers. It's no wonder people are drawn to such innate beauty. I don't know if Nadia's gonna like you talking like that. What am I analyzing her for? Not that there's any point here, but that's all your field anyway, Nadia.
院教師暗殺者
ナディア
Hmm?
第7章第3項脅威は先に
What?
排除すべし
ナディア
Murderous intent? What's up, Risha? Oh, it's nothing. What was that about? I thought it was meant to be like a joke at first. That like, oh, someone else is stealing Swin's heart. Well, that's the last of the Monarch's regalia out of our hands. Sure, it won't be long before the church takes into custody. We spread them all over the place, so I can't see anyone resembling them and using them for evil anytime soon. That makes our ties to him as good as severed. Sorry about earlier. That could have gone a lot worse if you hadn't stopped me. Did seeing Yin trigger memories of the factory? Yeah. Think you were right. I've been too relaxed. It took all we had to run, but if I keep acting dumb, then we could be put in a position where we ran for nothing. That's not true at all. And being stiff just isn't who you are. I know it'd throw off my game if you were. But it's going to be fine. I won't let anything hurt you. Oh, S. Okay, you got me convinced. It gotta be me, and that means dumping all my work on you and getting my sleep on. At least do some of it. So, up for heading to the Moon Temple? Sure. Let's hope he made it easy to find. Yeah, well, let's get going. Well, we should have seen this coming.
先ほど貴賓室に隠れていた方々ですね。やっぱあれで気づかれたか。ごめんスーちゃん。
それはいい。今は目の前の敵に集中しろ。
It appears we're in the same line of work. Them's the breaks. Then there's only one way this can end. Do we have to fight? I knew some group with a grudge against Yin would send assassin. This is okay. It's a misunderstanding. After me, eventually. I thought her assassin days were behind her. Thought so too, but she's raring for a fight. Well, if that's how it has to be, then we're gonna go hard. You'll need to.
負けられない。相手が誰であろうと。
Reduce her HP to a certain amount.
よし。ターゲット捕捉。
Thanks for the heal.
俺の番だ。崩したぞ。ナディア、続け。やっ。遅い。
どう
too slow.
評価する。
That works. I mean, that's fine. You're still... Oh, no, she got rid of the burn. Lovely.
型をつけてやる。
行くよ。
隙ありだ。
我が舞は無限。
Well, this is gonna hurt a bit.
手当てするね。
感謝しておく。
I wouldn't have skipped it, but we've already used it quite a few times.
型をつけてやる。
Nice.
行くよ。これがなんだよ、本気だよ。
We haven't gotten to use this yet.
あとは君に任せた。 やりますね。ですが、なあちゃんすごい。
Obviously, not gonna level up because we're already higher level in the main story. Got you. Ugh, what skill? We're holding our ground for now, but the more we drag this on, the worse it's gonna go for us. Now we know why she's a legendary Yongchao. I see now there's no reason to be gentle with you. So, I'll do this the hard way. You were doing this the easy way before? This is bad. Yeah, we don't even compare. I'll draw her attention, Nadia, so while her eye's on me, you run. Try again. Remember, you can't ever leave me, through thick and thin. Besides, maybe we couldn't win if we were alone, but we're a package deal. Yeah, you're right. As long as we're together, we'll never lose to anyone. Because we're the most perfect team in the whole wide world.
あなたたちにどういう事情があるかは分かりませんが、
それはこっちだって同じだ。だから
どうか死にたくなければ聞いてください。
Eh? Huh? What? You kidding me? I thought you were assassins sent to kill me or one of the other troop members. No, it's you who's trying to kill us. Well, this is awkward. Suddenly I feel really tired. I am so sorry. I've completely misunderstood your intentions. You can't blame yourself. If we hadn't snuck inside the theater, none of this would have happened. But I never even gave you a chance to explain yourselves before attacking. I'm so ashamed. Huh, you're nothing like how I pictured. You get what I mean, don't you? Yeah. I thought you'd be more cutthroat. Right, but she's so nice. I'll admit that I'm more like that when I'm on a job, but the rest of the time, yeah, this is me. I think all that dumb tension from before made me hungry. Can we grab something to eat, S? It is around lunchtime now. Should we turn back to the city then? In that case, why not go together? It's my treat as a way of apology. Yay, free food! Don't splurge on someone else's Mira. Follow me then, I've got a great place in mind. Well, there you go. They were just trying to kill each other a minute ago, all because of a misunderstanding. Risha invited Swin and Nadia to Long Lao, where they enjoyed a meal together before retiring to one of the rooms for a rest. As the three of them had similar pasts, it didn't take long before they opened up to Risha and she to them. So after escaping the organization, you set off on a journey together, huh? That's kind of romantic. Sure is. I'm glad you get it. If you think being constantly on the run is romantic, then yeah, definitely. Either way, our assassin days are behind us. We're not going to let anyone tell us how to live anymore. We still haven't decided exactly what we want to do or where we want to do it, but we've turned over a new leaf for sure. No more killing. That's the one thing we won't budge on. What about you? Well, you haven't done any work in the industry for the past 2 years since your contract with Heiyu ended, right? Well, no, but that was mostly because things were too chaotic in Crossbell to even think about taking on work. That said, I'm aware I'm going to need to decide what to do eventually. I can't put a decision off forever. Do you want to return to being yin again, then? I wouldn't say that. I have a whole new identity now as part of Arc and Seal, and that's all thanks to someone really special to me. I couldn't bear to lose that. I don't want you to lose it either. You got such a natural talent at dancing that it'd be a waste not to let people see it. Aw, thank you for saying that, even if it does make me blush. So if you want to stay in Arc and Seal, does that mean you're calling it quits on the whole assassin thing instead? It's not that simple. Unlike you two, I wasn't forced into that life. I inherited the job from my father and never took any issue with it. I just did what I had to do without even considering the morality of it, even when I was taking lives. Of course, now I understand that what I was doing was wrong. Those who take the lives of others need to carry that burden forever. Maybe that is the reason why the Yin name has been passed down for generations for so long, to keep that weight alive. With that in mind, though, I just can't bring myself to abandon it. But even though I decided that I want to find my own way of being Yin, I feel like I'm getting further from an answer. What's the problem with that? What do you mean? You know the direction you need to be moving in, even if you don't know the exact route to take. So just keep going. No one says you have to stop being the Moon Princess or Yin. But if I return to the criminal underworld with such little resolve, who says you need to go back there? You can be Yin just as you are. I can? Wow, they're giving her the Lloyd talk. This world isn't built on being fair. Think of evil people exploiting loopholes in the law and being protected by the same rules that should bring them to justice. In situations like those, justice alone is powerless. It's always going to have its limitations. That's where someone outside the law like Yin comes into play. You'll be one of the good guys playing by the bad guys' rules. Kinda cool, no? If there really are such things as heroes who refuse to stray from the light, they need someone like you to back them up. Someone who can do what they can. Not that I know anyone who fits that description. Lloyd in the SSS. Yup. What, did we say something funny? I feel like you've let me see something I was missing all this time. She wants to be able to do the dark things that he can't, so that he doesn't have to dirty his hands like that. I mean, obviously she doesn't want to be a mass murderer, but like, there are obviously things in the underworld that she specifically doesn't want Lloyd to get involved in. So if she can help him by doing those things, then, you know, that in turn will make her happy. Maybe there is something that only I can do after all. A way to help him that only I'm capable of. Aww. I never thought I'd end up having a conversation like this with two people I only just met today. Same here, and if not for that misunderstanding earlier, we probably wouldn't be here now. Fate's a funny thing sometimes. Yeah, I think we're all surprisingly alike. Not to mention the great meal we got out of this. Today's our lucky day. I'm happy I was able to meet the two of you too. Well, it's about time we got going. We got places to go, but I sure wish we could have talked some more. I wish we could have too. It's fascinating how we took different trails in life, huh? Even with how similar our paths are. And it makes me a little sad to think we may never walk the same trail again. That might happen, but who knows? Maybe it won't. Life's funny that way.
機会があったらまたリーちゃんの舞台を見に来るよ。
RX?
そうだな。今度はちゃんと正面から入ろう。
その時はとっておきの演技でお迎えしますね。
How nice. And I think that's it. Oh, maybe not. You know, always with the tough questions. She's one dogged reporter if there ever was one. Still, quality stuff. I'm sure the feature will work out wonders for our PR.
Hmm?
A gift?
またファンからのプレゼントかしら。
Oh, so this is when she got it. So that means it wasn't thrown on her the moment, you know, chaos was kind of, like, happening. So that means even as she was continuing to be Ilya for those, like, few weeks, she was still, she already had the mask, so is it something she can... Oh, yay, Moonlands. Is it something she can take off? Oh, yeah, I forgot. Some of these stories will give you outfits for specific characters. Yeah, and it does tell you which ones you've already watched, too, which is kind of nice. All right, so that is it for Daydream number 1. So next time, we'll go ahead and do the next one. That actually was a lot longer than I was expecting. So next time, we'll do Daydream number 2. I think... Unless a daydream is, like, really fast. Like, if a daydream is, like, 10 minutes, then maybe I'll do something else in that same video. But I do think, for the most part, each daydream is probably going to be around this length. So each daydream will probably be its own video. Maybe not the minigame ones. I imagine the minigame ones are a very short cutscene, and then you do the minigames, just like the Sky third minigame doors. I forget what they were. Were they the star doors? I forget which door was what. But the minigame doors were, it was like a quick 3 or 4 minute cutscene, and then it was a minigame. So those ones will probably be a lot shorter. But yeah, so next time we'll go ahead and do the SSS one. And after that, we'll do the minigame one, and then we're going to head back to the main story and continue on Reen's route. So that's going to be it, guys. Hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe more if you're new to the channel. I'll see you all next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone.